Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Alejandro Garza, aquí en Radio Que Rico with your favorite show from Radio Que Rico. Yes, I said it, your favorite show, Quolores Unidos, a show dedicated to the LGBTQ plus community, Latinos, non-Latinos, and anybody that is an ally to the LGBTQ community. Welcome. Sean todos bienvenidos. We have, as you guys know, it is October 31st. It is Halloween. It is spooky night. It's 11 o'clock. And it's going to be an interesting night. I'm not sure where I'm going to be at or what I'm going to be doing, but it's going to be an interesting night because I think we have what they call the Hunter's full moon or some kind of full moon. The blood full, something is happening on Friday, you guys. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. And this show is actually dedicated, so like I said, to Halloween and also the Day of the Dead. And of course, to anything that has to do with the occult, con lo oculto. Todo lo que es misterioso, todo lo que sea misterio, todo lo que sea, mucha gente lo ve como tabú, etcétera, etcétera. And I'm super stoked, I'm super excited because believe it or not, yes, I love Christmas, but Halloween for me is actually my Christmas. And I think a lot of you guys out there can actually relate to that for especially in the LGBTQ plus community, Halloween is a huge event for us because we go all out. I'm telling you, like all out. Bells, whistles, chiffon, gowns, you name it. We do it. We have our own version of everything and anything that you can see on TV. We have our own version. If not, Google it and you will see. Buenas noches, mi gente. Como saben, es octubre 31. Son las 11 de la noche. Y es noche de Halloween. Y parece que hay algún tipo de luna llena, no sé si es la luna llena de sangre, si es la luna llena del cazador. Actually, Pedro, can you Google us, please, and let me know what type of full moon we're getting on Friday? Because it's important to know. For me, at least, I'm a Cancer. Yo soy un Cáncer. And like my mood depends on the freaking moon. So let me just tell you that, okay? I'm a true moon child. So if there's a full moon and you're next to me, watch out. No, I'm kidding. Pero es muy interesante. ¿Qué pasó, Pedro? Oh, what? He's getting on the mic?
I didn't want to get on the mic tonight. I want to keep away from the mic as much as possible because I keep on getting myself in trouble.
Oh, stop.
So, no. I'll tell you why afterwards. Okay. Not apart from that show. So, apparently, it is supposed to be, there's so many things coming up. November's Beaver Moon is a super moon this Friday.
Super moon?
Yes.
Wow.
So, yeah, whatever that means, it's really red. It's whatever that means to everybody. But it's called November's Beaver Moon. Is a super moon. It's a full moon on the first.
No, I'm talking about okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, because our show airs on the Thursday, which is the 31st.
The 31st.
But Friday, the 1st, you're saying it's a beaver moon. It's a super moon.
So in other words, to your listeners tomorrow.
Yes.
Don't get them confused.
I'm not.
More than you confuse me. All right, let me look into Halloween for you, just to be nice.
Oh, you're so sweet. He's so sweet sometimes. Notice I said sometimes. Pero sí, mi gente, es noche de Halloween. Si van chiquillos a tocar la puerta al trick or treat, abran la puerta, denle sus candies, denle sus dulces, be nice to them. And, and if you see an adult in a Halloween costume, come on now, just give them a piece of candy. We're all children at heart. Todos somos niños de corazón. Así que no sean gachos y denle un poquito de candies. Como decía mi mamá, no candies, no trick or treat. So no tricotri, no hay candy. So you literally have to say tricotri.
You know what? You guys that I'm producing your shows, where's my candy?
Ah! Listen, how many perfumes have I given you? Anyways, that's a different
Let's
topic.
not even go there. That's a different conversation. So, my friend, it's being called a waning crescent.
Ooh.
Okay, this is according to two different sources. The moon phase, October 31st, 2024. On this day, the moon will be in a waning crescent phase. The phase is best viewed just before the sunrise in the western sky.
Wow.
In this phase, the moon's illumination is growing smaller each day until the new moon, which is the next evening, which is a red full moon, a beaver's moon.
Wow.
So good luck to you.
Yeah,
For
no
those
kidding.
of you, ¿sabes qué? Keep away from me. I've seen how you react to the moon. Keep away from me. I'm not going to go trick-or-treat at your house tonight.
Not the tricotri, especially if you're downtown in the market.
I'm scared what trick-or-treat you're going to turn around and do.
Believe it or not, it's actually trick or treat. But when I was a kid and I lived with my mom in the 80s in the U.S., and you know that us Latinos, and I don't know if, and I'm looking at my guest here, which I'm going to introduce him here in a few minutes, but in the Latino community, especially in the U.S., we don't pronounce the proper words when it comes to certain things. So instead of, Walmart, we say Walmart. Instead of Home Depot, we say Home Depot. But anyways, so my mom would say trick or treat. She would say tri-co-tri. And I'm like, Mom, no, it's trick or treat. No, es trick or treat. No hay candies, so there's no candies. There's no trick or treat. So don't knock in at the door. And she would put that sign at the door. Yeah. No candies, no trick or treat. Go home. It's true though. It's
Why is
true.
it I can actually see this?
Because you're Latino and you understand that
You know
this
what?
happened.
I'm not to take more time from your guest, but that's one thing I'll give my mom and my dad. They took us out trick-or-treating when we were kids.
Yeah.
All they knew is Dad was sitting in the car eating his freaking chocolates while my mom and I and my brother ran around. Aparte de eso,
Oh my God.
yeah. So, you got a very special guest tonight, sir.
I do, and I'm super excited. She is a huge ally to the LGBTQ plus community. She's actually been to several of my drag shows. I met Lady Zena. I met her through, girl, we've known each other for like 10 years now, a little bit over 10 years.
Oh, wow, you're right.
Yeah. I had, when I was single, I lived on Charlotte, and in front of where I lived, in the apartment where I lived, there was this Australian couple. And they moved back to Australia, and then they came to visit, and we had like a little rendezvous, and then that's where I met Zena and Adam, your husband. And we hit it off very well, and we've became really good friends, and we don't talk much, but I mean, hey, how's it going? We chat here and there sometimes, and we've been almost 10 years now. She's done my taxes several times. I've consulted with her for several things, so she's like a little jewel that you need to have. And she's a very, very special person. She's very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers, listeners, help me welcome a very good friend of mine, Lady Zena. How are you today?
I'm all right.
Yay! And don't be shy with the mic.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
How-
kind of happy with the lights here. I mean, I'm getting blasted with lights, so you can't tell I'm not wearing makeup.
It's a little bright on her on one side. I don't know
I
if
like it, though.
you like it. You like it like that? Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
This is because I'm so tired. I don't look like a ghoul right now. But,
Now I'm like, there you go.
ooh, nice.
Yeah, sí está bien. Está bien así. Yes. So, my friend Zena has many, many talents here, and one of those talents is she is a phenomenal card reader. She's a phenomenal angel card reader. She's done several readings for me. when it came to several issues in my personal life. And actually, one of those I'm gonna share. She actually told me the exact time when I was gonna get my citizenship. She also told me an approximate time on when I was going to get my permanent residency. So yeah, she's predicted several things in my life, and I'm very happy to call her a friend. I'm very happy to call her an ally to us. And one of the questions that I asked her is, as you guys know, it's the Halloween show and Day of the Dead as well. One of the things that I asked her, I said, do they celebrate Halloween back in your home country? Because I don't know. I mean, some countries do celebrate it. Some countries don't celebrate it. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about yourselves, Lady Zena, and tell us a little bit on how you got into the occult, the card reading, where you're from, and so on and so forth. Just so my viewers and listeners can get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been drawn to it. I've always wanted to do it, but it was one time I was like, even Chapters, you can get these cards at Chapters, and I was just there and poking around. It's like, oh my God, they got these cards. And then I walked away, and I was like, something was like screaming at me. It's like, no, go buy them, go get them. And sure enough, and I did, and it was very intuitive, and off I went.
Nice. So besides myself, have you had any like major celebrities or any major people that you've read the cards to and stuff like that?
Not really. I kind of, I'm on a need-to-know basis. So you got to be real special to.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's I watch a lot of Latino news. I watch a lot of Univision and things like that. And they always have a guest that comes in and would say the horoscopes for the week, or the colors for the week, or the lucky numbers for the week. Or let's say they'll pull like the one cards and say, okay, like they'll ask a major question about the U.S. elections, and they'll pull a card and say, okay, well, this is what I'm seeing. Or they'll talk about, about a major artist, and they're like, okay, well, I'll pull this card and see what it says. I think I want Zena to be that, like, come to our show and be like, okay, what to expect for the month of November, like what to expect for like the month of December, like
that sounds really fun.
Like once a month, and be like, you can be like your
period.
Yes, but a good one. Yeah. In a good.
Hopefully, you won't need too much Advil with me. So.
That's okay. We've got plenty of alcohol in the boss's office, so it's okay. We don't have to worry about that.
Numb the pain.
But I think that would, only if you're up to it. I think that would be a good idea, that, invite you back and be like, okay, what can we expect for December? Or what can we expect, so on and so forth. And to our listeners out there, if you guys have any questions, send them our way. Email us, info@radioquerico.com, or put them on our YouTube channel and say, hey, Lady Zena, what's this, or whatever. She's really good as well in interpreting dreams. I've asked her several times about dreams, and she's pretty accurate at interpreting dreams. And she works with crystals as well. Very, very nice. I don't know if you still do it or not, but she used to do specialty candles. I would always ask for a specialty candle for each year, and so on and so forth. So again, you guys, if you have any questions, regardless of what she can do for you, and los tipos de servicios que ella ofrece, que es lectura de carta, las cartas de los ángeles, velas, mándenos un mensaje a info@radioquerico.com, o escríbanos en nuestro canal de YouTube. And don't forget to hit that button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow us in all social media as well. So we're going to get started. But first, I'm going to say a little bit about Halloween. Zena, what is Halloween for you?
I mean, it's more of a maybe it's more of an event. You know,
Okay.
it's something special. I look forward to it. Um, we say normally that the veil is thinning on Halloween, like it's very thin. If you want contact with the other side, this is the best time to do it. If you have questions,
Okay.
this is a good time to ask for what you want and what you need.
Okay. Interesting. I know. See, I told you, don't be shy with the microphone. I promise you. So I hear that a lot. I hear that around this time of the year, the veil. What veil are we actually talking about? Is it the veil between the living and the dead? Or like, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, essentially it's that. It's pretty much what kind of keeps us separate from the other side. It's, it's just a little thinner
Interesting.
around Halloween. And, it's just, you can get more communication done back and forth. If you find your dreams are probably a little more vivid and things are just a little bit more eerie,
Yeah, one thing that I've noticed lately is I'm seeing a lot of like 1111s, 444s, 333s, 222s, and no matter where I look, like I'm watching a show and I look up and literally the locker number is 222 and I'm like, okay. So then I look away and I continue watching the show and then I look up again and it's like 20 minutes later into the show and it's the same locker and I see the same number. And so I'm like, okay, like what's going on? So it's the time of the year that happens as well. And those are what people call the angel numbers as well. I actually Googled what the meaning of Halloween. And don't forget, in Latin America, Halloween is more of an American thing. It's not a especially it's not a Mexican thing. And I'm saying Mexican because I'm Mexican. It's not a Mexican thing. We celebrate the Day of the Dead, which is something totally different than Halloween. But being so close to the U.S., it's influenced so much what Halloween is. So Halloween is sometimes spelled Hallow, HALLOWE'En, reflecting the fact that its name comes from a shortening of All Hallows Evening. All Hallows Eve is another name for the Christian holiday known as All Saints' Day. All Hallows Even means that the same things as Eve, the evening the day before a holiday, as in like Christmas Eve. Which is, kind of interesting to me that it would be it's actually All Hallows Eve. What do you think of that, Zena? Like All Hallows Eve?
There was something I knew what it used to mean, and I just it's kind of tucked away in the back of my brain somewhere.
It's I've heard of that All Hallows Eve, and it's basically has to do with like you said, like the thinning of the veil, and so on and so forth, right? Mm-hmm. So another meaning is Halloween is a holiday that marks the day before the Western Christian Feast of All Saints or All Hallows, and initiates the season of All Hallows Eve. And I think it's basically the eve before, and I can't say the Day of the Dead because for the Day of the Dead for us, it actually starts on the 28th of October. That's the beginning of the celebration of the Day of the Dead. That's when we actually put altars and so on and so forth. And for us, like I said, yes, Mexicans, we do celebrate Halloween back home in Mexico. Yes, we go knock and trick or treat. But for us, it's the Day of the Dead. And the Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos, it's a celebration of life. So we actually celebrate life. Unlike Halloween, you dress up in your Halloween costume and so on and so forth. We actually have a main character called La Catrina, right? And the Day of the Dead, like I was going to say, is a celebration of life and death, that is a time to remember and honor your loved ones who have passed away. And it is so true. Have you ever heard of the Day of the Dead celebration at all, Zaina?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously not in much detail, but
Yeah, of course. So the Day of the Dead, like I said, is a celebration to honor our loved ones that have passed and so on and so forth. And it starts on October 28th. And it starts with all the pets. So we honor our pets that have passed away. And how do we honor? You're probably wondering, well, how do you honor them? We actually do an altar in our houses. And we put the pictures of all of our loved ones. We put their favorite food, their favorite drinks. And we decorate it with a specific flower. It's the flower of cempasúchil, and it's like a deep orange flower. And we decorate it with sugar skulls and so on and so forth, right? And so we start on the 28th, and then on the 29th, you celebrate all the souls that have passed by either an accident or just out of nature, right? And then you go on and so on and so forth. And then on the 2nd, which is Saturday, that's when you celebrate everybody. That's when it's supposedly, they say that all the adults and everybody else comes in. So you were mentioning earlier about the thinning of the veil. For us, on the 2nd, on Saturday, that's when the veil is completely open and all of our ancestors come to the altar and see that we're celebrating them with their favorite food, with their favorite drink, with their pictures. And so they see that we still love them and we still remember them. So for us, the thinning of the veil, there's no more thinning. Come November 1st, it opens up and everybody comes in, right? So that's what we do back home in Mexico. Do you celebrate anything like that similar back home, or were you guys not allowed, or how did it work back home when you were growing up?
Oh no, it was. So I grew up. Like I came here to Canada when I was about 7 months. So
Okay.
but I did kind of go back and forth in between the two for a bit.
Yeah.
There wasn't Halloween. There wasn't much of anything. I mean, there was Eid.
Yes.
The different Muslim holidays.
Of course.
Especially where I was from. But other than that,
No.
Nothing really exceptional. Not really. Yeah.
So I guess it's more depending on where you're from and the different traditions, right? For example, like again for us, the Day of the Dead, if you would say, well, do you celebrate Halloween or Day of the Dead, or if I was given that option, I mean it's kind of hard because I'm so used to celebrate both. But if I was to give the option, I would always go with my roots, which is the Day of the Dead. But I think that living here in the Western Hemisphere, here in North America, it's almost like you must or you have to celebrate Halloween because it's so embedded in the traditions, because it's so embedded in the U.S. I don't know if in Canada, even when it all started celebrating Halloween, or if it even, if it trickled up from the U.S. and then that's when everybody started. So interesting to know.
I think it might have done that. It's just, I feel like Halloween's also kind of gone the way of commercialization like Christmas did. Like, I celebrate Christmas. Sure. I celebrate Walmart Christmas. That's Amazon Christmas. Yeah. Regular Christmas, go to church. No, not so much.
It's like Boxing Day. Hey, let's do Boxing Day. Let's do Black Friday, right? So, so it's very interesting to see how the United States has actually influenced, Halloween on a lot of countries like Mexico and Canada, and maybe even further down into Latin America. And I don't know if they celebrate Halloween in Europe or they have something similar.
I would assume so. That's what I was thinking too. Like maybe, like I thought for sure maybe England would at least do like trick or treating. Maybe I don't know. I mean, we're from there, so. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. And see, for us, like I said, we're so keen on Day of the Dead, and we have this one main character, which is called La Catrina. And La Catrina is you're basically your typical elderly person that has passed away, but it's basically like the rich, the socialite that's passed away. And if you've ever seen any of La Catrinas, you'll notice that they have all of their jewelry on. They've got all of their rings on. They've got extravagant like dresses, and it's such an amazing thing for us because it's like, oh, well, my aunt used to be like that, right? And so it's your typical Spanish aunt that passed away, that was a socialite that had a lot of money, and she's come back from the dead, and she's got this big hat that she wears, and she's got her best clothes because she was buried in her best clothes. Some of them are even like their wedding gowns and things like that. And of course, they've got every piece of jewelry that they put on, that they were buried on, right? So that's La Catrina, and she's known to come and pick up the souls of everybody that's passed away, or she's the one that says, okay, it's time to go back, right? And then you have El Catrín, which is so it's like the same thing, but it's like your rich godfather that passed away and was buried with all of his jewelry, his best mariachi costume, and so it's basically the same thing, right? Unlike Halloween, like they dress up as your favorite serial killer. You know, you're dressing up as Michael Myers, you're dressing up as Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees, and yes, I just named all of my favorite Halloween people, but that's the difference in traditions, right? So, which I find every year very, very interesting. Do you have a favorite Halloween movie or anything that you like to watch?
I love all horror. I watch all of it.
Right now, and I'm not promoting any channel, but AMC has been putting on all of the 1980s Freddy Kruegers, Friday the 13th, Michael Myers.
I just love Hellraiser.
Yes. Like they've been putting all those on, and of course I've been watching them. Of course, I'm on vacation, dudes. Like I literally watched Halloween 1 all the way to Halloween, the last one, where they kill him. I watched all the Friday the 13th from the first one that we all know the mom is the original killer, all the way to the last one. Even the one where he was in space. Did you watch that one, Pedro? When he was in space?
There was a space one.
Yes. I was like, how in gay hell did they come up with this movie? He's in space, and something happens. They kill him, but they're like in this ship. Yes, they're like in the ship, and the ship has this machine that repairs you completely with like these little bots. They get on him and nanomites, yes, and they repair him, and he is just so kick-ass that you're just like, what the fudge? What did I just watch? But I'm telling you, when I saw it, I was like, Jason Voorhees in space, that is something else. I'm telling you.
It sounds like a fever dream. It's like, oh man, you're dying, you're laying in bed, you got COVID, maybe you took some edibles, and then
and you're having a couple of shots of tequila on top of everything. Why not? Let's do this. So, and I like the edible part too. I
like edibles a bit more. It's safer on the lungs.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. And you know what? That's actually one of Jason Voorhees' favorite thing, catching you high so he can get at you, right? But just the difference in traditions, that what we have in Mexico and in some Latin American countries, and what the North American, like the Americans and some of the Canadians as well, how they celebrate this time of the year. And a lot of us look forward to it because, like I said, it's kind of like our Christmas. It's what we, how can I say it? Resonamos. It's what we resonate to, right? And of course, I was raised, going to, see a lady to get my cards read, or getting, she also does tea readings. Phenomenal. See how I'm just remembering things as we go. Stuff like that. Like we even have witch doctors that you go to and you get the cleansings, right? Where you cleanse your con las santeras y te van y te hacen tus limpias y te limpian con el huevo with your egg cleansing and so on and so forth. So it's so traditional that when they talk about it on TV and stuff like that, I'm just like, I grew up doing this. Like, how could, like, no, like, it makes no sense to me sometimes. But anyways, now that we've known what the Day of the Dead is and what Halloween is and what Pedro likes from Halloween, which you ought to see his Halloween costume. He wanted to be a Mexican cholo, and I said, no, homie, not today. We're going to ask Zena to throw some cards on. I want her to tell us a little bit of what our viewers can expect for November. A little bit of everything.
Okay.
You know, just an overall read on what to expect in general for the month of November. What my, you know, I was gonna say, how the what? No, how the weather's gonna be? No, like, you know, like what you expect for when it comes like economically, just in general, you know, the economy. What else? What else, Pedro? What else? Changes. Anything in general, like general questions, right?
Yeah, so we can do one question at a time.
Perfect.
That should be good.
Ooh, okay.
Let's start with 3 for your first question.
How many cards?
So you're going to take 3 for one question.
3 for one question. Okay, so my first question would be, in general, financially, how are things going to be?
For like Canada or for you?
For, let's say, Canada.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That first card, the card of the
Wheel of Fortune.
The Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, you're not going to like my answer because of the position it's in.
It's reversed. Oh, my goodness. Oh, look at that one. Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Okay, so not too good.
Oh, not too good, you guys.
So
okay.
right now it's obvious that we're in a down slope. So
yeah.
The Wheel of Fortune, it tells you that there's ups and downs, highs and lows, no matter what. But being reversed, it tells you, no, we're in a low point. And unfortunately, you have 2 major arcana cards, which says you have 0 control over this.
Okay.
There's literally nothing you can do except the one card that is the major arcana card. It says the only thing you can do is save what you can. Save your money. You know,
okay.
Maybe don't start hoarding toilet paper right away, but, you know, just a little more mindful of spending.
Of course. And that goes, and we all know that our situation is not really, really good. Everything is so expensive. So, folks, like Lady Zena said, mind your P's and Q's, save your coins, save your money. I'm sure you can, you know, wait another month or so before you can have your McDonald's, like literally save up and just, you know, spend on what you really need, right? And yes, it's like out of your control. Look how beautiful the card is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Next question. Do we just leave it like this?
Yeah, you just leave it like that. And
okay.
We'll put them on top.
Next question. I want to ask a question for Pedro. My question for Pedro is, are we going to have lots of successful events next year? I know we are by heart, but it's always good to know. This card, for some reason, like when I look at cards, they like talk to me. Is that pretty normal?
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost like they're saying, hi. Or I see like a little sparkle or like a twinkle. Is that pretty?
Oh, yeah, like something will catch your eye or it kind of draws you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, and then one more. This one here. Okay. Whoa.
This is really interesting. You pulled 3 major arcana cards.
Okay.
So it says it might not be exactly what you're expecting. However, the circumstances for that, if it like I'm not saying it's positive, but it's not super negative either.
Okay.
But this is out of your control.
Okay.
It's out of your, like, let's say you planned an event and then there's a snowstorm.
Okay.
You know, so it didn't exactly go bad, but it's not your fault that, you know, because there was a snowstorm, you can't really do much. However, it's still a really good experience that you should be going on. This is a journey that you should be traveling on.
There you go. Okay. We are planning on some really special events, hopefully starting in the new year. So if there's a snowstorm, I mean, hey, you know, they're telling us ahead of time that relax. It's gonna be okay, and we should still move forward, right? Because I mean, that's how we learn. I'm loving this. Okay.
So it's saying all 3 cards are major arcana cards. None of it's in your control.
Okay.
So you just do what you do,
Yeah.
and then whatever happens is going to happen because you literally have no control over what's going to happen.
Okay. Do you like that, Pedro? He's over there going that he's shaking his head and he's like, it's interesting. Okay.
Or we could flip them all and be like, oh yeah, super positive.
We can flip them. Hey. I want to know, can you do like by signs? Like, for example, let's say for all of my Cancer readers, okay, perfect. So for all of my, let's say, what are you, Pedro? You're a Virgo, right? Yes. Okay. For all of my Virgo readers, what to expect in the month of November?
Ooh, let's see.
Yeah. Because it's, I think that would be, because if we bring you on, that's how I would want it to be. Oh, what's going on?
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay. For all of my Virgos, November.
Sorry, guys. Look out for your modes of transportation. Things are going to get difficult depending on how you move. Movement is difficult. What you've been doing normally, like if it's a day job or something, if you've been doing it regularly, that pattern is going to get disturbed. You are going to need help. And the worst part about this is, in this position, is that you're not going to be able to find it right away. You're going to have to look hard to find the help that you need. So.
Wow. So November for Virgos, watch your transportation.
Yep.
You're going to need help. Should they ask for the help? Should they, like, if they need help?
It's just going to be hard to find. So they're going to have to dig around to find the right person and the right connection.
So they're going to have to do their homework. So if you used to, like, just going, oh, I'm going to call fulanito de tal, well, guess what, girl? Not this time. You're going to have to dig further in, right? Okay. For all of my, let's see, Virgos. What's after Virgos?
Let's find out.
It's Virgos, and then it's what, Tauruses? No, I don't even know my zodiac signs.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Let's do Scorpios. Let's do all of my Scorpio friends. Pedro's over there laughing because I don't know any of my zodiac signs. Scorpio. Ooh.
Okay, wow. So a lot of interesting stuff going on here. So for the Scorpios, something that you've been avoiding, you've been dodging whatever you can, like if it's a problem, you just haven't been facing it, it's going to hit you like a truck. It's inevitable. Whatever it is you've been avoiding is just going to slap you across the face, and you're going to have to deal with it. However, we also have the Hanged Man here. So it just means you got to be, be calm. Even though you're in a bad position, you just kind of got to think things through and just make sure it's going to be, you're not letting your emotions overrun your mind. Because if you get through this positively, you are going to find good news in the end. There's going to be a positive message for you at the end of this issue.
Wow. So, Scorpions, you're going to be hit like a truck. Like a truck's going to go room.
That's something you've been avoiding, so you know exactly what it is.
Girl, so you better start cleaning out, do what you need to do. But if you get through it, guess what, sis? Guess what? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Good
Beautiful
news.
Cup of Wands. No, what is this? Cups.
Ace.
It's an ace. Yes, it's the number one, and it came out on like forward, so it's like good news. So, all right.
Normally, this is the baby card in some times. So
Oh.
But it usually means good news if it's in that position.
Well, yeah. So after you get hit by that truck, and if you survive, you're gonna get some good news, girl. So hang in there. Okay. So we've done Virgo, we've done Scorpio. Let's do Sag. All of my Sagittarius friends. Who do I have that's a Sagittarius in my life? I've got 2 brothers that are Sagittarius, believe it or not.
My mother is one.
Yeah.
Difficult to deal.
Ooh, we've got a card that's kind of spooky, but okay.
No good.
So for all my Sagittarius, this is your prediction for November.
Yeah, you are going to literally be dealing with an actual devil. You have to be extremely careful. This guy here, the 7 of Swords.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's like, to summarize it, it's the scammer card.
Okay.
Watch your wallets, watch your back, watch your time. because this person is like a seasoned scammer. They are literally the devil. They're going to try to manipulate your mind and kind of maybe do things that you don't want to do or give money somewhere you don't want to give. You just kind of have to be more persistent. Watch all your options. Make sure you make the right decision, that you consider all the options before you move forward. Because what these people like to do is they just kind of push you to make a decision fast.
Yeah.
So if you slow them down, you would have the advantage.
And it's funny that you say this, especially during this time of the year. And this is something that Zena does not know, but in the customer service, especially in the stores that I work in and stuff like that, there's so much scamming going on, right? And especially it goes in phases. And let me tell you, this is about to start, where people are calling you, and there's a lot of scamming when it comes to go buy a gift card and this and that. So be very careful out there going into the holiday seasons. Make sure you know where you're spending your money. Make sure that it's not, make sure it's Amazon, not Amazonian, and so on and so forth, right? Because that can happen.
It's a desperation.
Yeah.
And, everyone's trying to create this magical Christmas for their kids. And, I mean, everything's so expensive, but it's still not an excuse.
Yeah. So watch your wallets, folks. Watch how you answer the phone, because even then there's a lot of crazy phone calls that come in and so on and so forth. So, all right. So for all of my Libra friends, let's see what we've got going on in the month of November for Libras. Let's see. Ooh, Libra. Now, Libra is usually the balance of things. What do they've got going on?
They're going to have a bit of issues with stability.
Okay.
Whatever path that they're normally on, your consistent path, whatever you've been on, it's going to get disturbed. So this is going to be disturbed badly. Again, it's going to be out of your control. You have 2 major arcana cards. So it could be something bad like getting laid off or something awful like that. And you have no control over that. It's not, it wasn't your fault. You didn't do bad work. It was just a business decision by people on the other side. Okay. However, this here says, whatever you're working on day to day, you're trying to impress people. Like, let's say you're trying to impress your boss by working extra hours or doing something. You got to change your strategy. You got to do something else because it's not getting their attention like you want it to. So.
Okay. So watch out and change your game plan. It's time to change that game plan. You can't be playing that game all the time and expect the same results, right? And that's with anything, right? So
stability is going to be shaken up. Bad news coming.
Yeah. So stability, bad news. It's time to literally change your game plan. So stay out there, folks. Okay. Now we're going to go with Leo. Let's see what Leo has for the month of November.
The lion.
I know those Leos, I tell you. Big hair, big manes.
Yeah. So for Leos, we're looking at, unfortunately, never-ending work. So it feels like you're going to be working and working to a goal, and you're never going to see the horizon. However, you need to kind of, you got to keep doing it. Unfortunately, it's not a decision that you want to do, but it is something you have to do. It will bring more opportunities, but they're delayed opportunities. So, for example, it'd be like if you're working at your job and it's something, it's never ending. However, the experience that you gain can be used in the future to bring on more opportunities. There is going to be maybe some issues in a partnership, whether it's romantic or financial, but this is leaning more towards a romantic partnership. That's not going to look too good this month, but do what you can.
Leos, hang tight to your lovers, because from the way it sounds, stay tight. Keep that love going. All right. For all of my Geminis, and I've got quite a few Gemini followers as well. Let's see what Geminis have. Okay, it looks like a party.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. All right, let's keep going. Oh, okay.
Oh.
We're going to do one more. Let's see Geminis.
Wow. So Geminis, it's going to be a good time. There was a time where, you didn't feel like things were going too well. However, your luck is going to change. This is a time of hopefulness. More financial opportunities are going to come your way. There's going to be good offers, whether it's a bigger paycheck or a new job. Whatever it is, you are going to celebrate, and you're going to celebrate big. It's going to be good. Really good changes coming.
All right, Geminis, it's party time, baby. Do it up. Take advantage. It's party time. Do what you need to do. Should they play the lottery? Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, the odds on that are just awful.
I know, eh? All right. For all of the Tauruses, out there, let's see what.
Me.
Let's
Pick
see.
good ones.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Okay. This one's like me. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Talk to us, Tauruses.
There's going to be some, just arguments, weirdness. Somebody's going to be trying to deceive the Taurus. There's going to be a lot of options given, but they're going to be terrible options, disguised as good options. So, it's like, I don't know, do you want to get kicked in the shin or punched in the throat? You got those two options.
Wow.
However, this is going to lead to arguments, obviously, because you will see through these options that they are no good. And unfortunately, you are not going to come out the winner from these arguments. There's going to be clear winners and losers. And you are going to be stuck trying to get back to one of those options. You're going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. And you will, eventually you're going to have to make the choice, weigh all the options.
Okay.
So not too good for me, I guess.
So Tauruses, make sure that you're looking at all your options before you make some decisions out there in the month
just
of November.
awful. Your choices are going to be awful.
So should they go with what looks better, regardless if it's like awful or?
As a Taurus, I like to think about myself first.
Of course.
So pick what's best for you.
And run with
Number
it.
one, yep.
Okay. All right. Let's do Capricorns. Let's do all of our Capricorn friends. Capricorn, or as we say in Spanish, Capricornios. Capricorns. All right. Let's see. Talk to us.
Weird. Okay. So, emotionally, not so good. Clear heartbreak, broken heart, shattering. It's not going to be good, and it's unavoidable. It is going to happen. There is going to be devastation, really bad heartbreak. However, on the financial side, you are going to see more opportunities. There's going to be good things coming, and you will need to watch your spending a little bit closer, because this one's saying you're spending too much, you're giving too much away, you're doing too much. You need to kind of hoard your resources a little bit more.
Okay, Capricorns, hold on to that money, honey. Hold on to your money. Let's do Pisces, another water sign. Pisces. Let's see what it has for my friends Pisces. Some interesting cards, eh?
So for the Pisces, you can't travel right now. No traveling. Don't go over the water, especially planes.
Wow.
Nothing good will come on the other side if you're thinking about moving, because you need to kind of focus on your home turf right now. You need to focus on what's going on right here, right now, or else you are going to miss opportunities that are going to be offered to you, because they're just not going to be obvious, and you are going to miss them unless you're paying attention.
Okay. Pisces, don't travel, girl. Don't travel. Next is Aries. Am I saying it right? Aries? Mm-hmm. Aries? There's a very famous Mexican singer. That's Aries. All right. Let's see what Aries has for the month of November.
So something hidden is going to come to light, and it's going to come to light quickly. So if there's somebody you think that's been hiding secrets from you, it's going to all come out. It's going to come out quickly, and it's going to start a chain of events that's unstoppable. You are going to feel tired and drained and just really exhausted. So you need to kind of monitor your own energy levels.
Okay. There you have it, folks. Okay, we've got two more signs. Aquarius, to all of my Aquarius. Do you have anybody in your life that's in Aquarius, Pedro? No? My mom is in Aquarius.
Not a sister.
Your sister?
Yeah.
Aquarius. Ooh. Getting some good cards here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Talk to us.
All right. So, Aquarius, you are going to have to leave something behind, whether it's an idea or something you cared for. You still think that there's value there. However, there is not. And you need to kind of turn away and continue, because once you do, you are going to find the help and support that you've been looking for the whole time, whether it's financial or emotional. It's something almost tangible that you can really feel in your heart. Because right now, this is the death card and it's reversed. So what it means is that you are holding on to something that should have ended a long time ago. You need to mourn it. Yes, it's sad, but you need to mourn it, move on, and just kind of let it go. You leave it in the past.
All right. So, girl, it's time to get over that breakup, girl. It's time to move on for better things, basically, girl. Okay? All right. And last but not least, the best sign of all signs, of course, mine, which is Cancer. Yes, yes. Even if you're clearing your throat back there, Pedro. All right. Here we go. Ooh. Okay.
Nice.
Cancers. That's reversed. I like it because it's reversed. I know sometimes it doesn't mean anything, but here we go. Talk to us. Cancers, November.
So this is just saying everything in your home life, it's going to be good. It's going to be wholesome. It's going to be full. You know, your heart's going to be full. Really good stuff coming within your home. However, you are going to be faced with a situation where you are going to need to walk away from a person or two, but you're not going to feel sad about it. You're done. You're gone with these people. This is over.
Bye, Felicia.
It's going to be like, so you are going to get kind of, it's hard to explain. It's like good, bad news.
Okay.
It's like hearing bad news about a person you didn't like. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's good news.
That's shady, though. I love it, though.
So that's kind of what to expect.
Okay. All right. So there you have it, guys. We've gone through every zodiac sign. We still have some cards going on, so I'm going to ask a couple more questions. What should we expect with this full moon on Friday? Because as you guys know, and as Pedro said, it's what, the beaver moon, but I think it's also like the blood moon or something like that, and it's like a super moon. So let's see what we should expect with this full moon on Halloween Eve. And of course, for the weekend, because from my understanding is the energies of the moons stay for like quite a while before it leaves. So let's see what the moon has in partner for us. Oh, look at that. Okay. All right, here we go.
Okay, so what we have right here, it's almost like a birth. Creation. Something is being started. This is the beginning of something. However, you need to kind of let go of any stubbornness you may have or any old beliefs, kind of move forward with the new and kind of open your eyes to more experiences, because there are going to be some new opportunities, some new journeys that you're going to follow. They're going to be a little bit more unconventional. However, you are being supported by the energy of the moon, and you're going to kind of tap into that.
Nice. There you have it. Okay. All right. Anything in particular that you want to know, Pedro?
I'm good.
You're good. You're good. Are you scared over there? Have you done this before? Have you had your cards read before, Pedro?
Yes.
Okay.
It is what it is. I mean, you can't believe, but you can't not be a believer.
Of course.
Everybody believes things differently. I actually like what comes out of it. It's fun. I look at it as a fun thing. I don't see it as a gag. I know some people are, whatever. But to me, it's, you know what, if the person's good and they actually know what they're talking about, it can be either very scary, very fun, or very eye-opening.
Yeah.
So, no, it's awesome. And this is something we've been talking about, possibly doing on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
And there is a market for this. There is people that want to know this. There is people that want to understand or have an understanding of how they can live their life the next couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of years, couple of months. So, yeah, by all means. I mean, I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm seeing a different side of you, getting all excited about this. And it's nice to see that somebody wants to take the time to do this.
Of course. And like I said, I grew up with this. So, for all of our viewers out there, if you're interested, like send us an email. We will make sure that, we can somehow get you communicated with Lady Zena. If you want your card to read, or like I said, she can interpret dreams. If you want a special candle made for you for good fortune and for good luck for next year, anything. She's got a little pentagram that goes back and forth as well.
The pendulum.
The pendulum. She can read your tea leaves and stuff like that. She's very, very talented. So send us an email, info@radioquerico.com, or put it on our YouTube.
You know what? I don't like doing this, but I'm going to open it up.
Okay, go ahead.
We could actually have one or two guests, if you would be okay with that. Have one or two guests come in here and do this live with them.
Nice.
If you're okay with that. I'm not going to tell you what to do or how to do your show. But if you're comfortable to do that, why not bring somebody on live, have this their cards read or tea leaves, however you guys want to run it. I think it'd be something different that the community might like.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I could also do, I don't know if you've seen Turkish coffee readings.
I've never seen that. I like
Me
Turkish
neither.
coffee, though.
But what I used to do in Lebanon and in the community is we'd always have, Turkish or Arabic coffee. And then you have a plate, and then you essentially, you move the grounds around, because there's going to be like it's almost like a paste at the bottom, and you flip it over, and then it creates all kinds of designs through the cup. And you make a wish before you lift the cup over.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sass.
So it's more
Look
more
at your eyes
intricate.
popping open.
Well, I've known her for so long. This is the first time that she mentions the Turkish coffee. I find it very. I grew up with this.
Míralo.
I grew up with this, right? So for me, this is interesting. This is,
I learned that from my mom too. I learned it from her. So she taught me the coffee
nice.
and a bit of the dreams, and then I kind of went from there.
Nice. We usually don't talk about politics or religion in this studio in any show, but yes, and Pedro's over there laughing. But I want to ask a couple questions, and
I'm waiting for this.
And this is I just want to see what she has to say, because I've been listening to all the Latina psychics and card readers and everything, and they're saying so-and-so's going to win and so-and-so's going to win. And I'm like, well, the Simpsons have never been wrong. So so my question is, are we going to have an election here in Canada soon?
Let's find out. Oh boy.
I have a feeling we are, but that's just me. Pedro's over there laughing his butt off. Okay, go for it, girl. Elections in Canada. What's the tea?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say whether yes or no, but it's just essentially saying, obviously, there's a lot of anxiety behind this decision. There's a lot of things going on in the background that we are unaware of. However, it doesn't look like it's going to be any time soon at the moment. We're just kind of have to deal with the empty cup that we've been served right now.
Wow. And it's true, though, because I feel like we've been served in an empty cup. Anyways. Next question. Next question. This is for... So Mexico just elected their first female president, and we're super, super happy. My question to the cards is, how successful is her 6-year term is going to be? Look at that. Ooh. Okay. All right.
This is actually really interesting. This is, so she's going to bring on a new perspective on a lot of things. However, right now she doesn't have a lot of space, a lot of things, like a lot of room to play with. However, she is persistent. She's going to keep her eye on the prize. And good news is going to come out of that eventually. It's going to be I think it's going to be good overall.
Nice. Like I said, this is the first one that Mexico has ever had. And she actually won by a huge majority. Like she has both chambers of the house under her power. So she can pretty much do anything she wants to do, right? And of course, I want to know, and I'm sure some of my viewers want to know, cards, please tell us who's going to win the 2024 U.S. elections. Now, should I ask individually or should I just ask in general?
I'm going to say just who's going to win because I'm curious if you were to pull just one card and if it's a male or a female card.
Ooh, sass. Okay, so I'm going to follow your advice. I'm going to pull one card and let's see if it's a female or a male. Okay. And it's funny because the ones back home in Mexico, they're constantly pulling the emperor card. Yeah. And they're saying that that's a certain person that's running for office, right? So there's a card that's been talking to me, and I just haven't pulled it, but I'm going to pull it this time. So here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The card of the hour. Is it a male or a female? Ah, look at that.
Wow. All right. Big fight. Big fight. But so far, all these characters are male, so...
Okay.
However, the guy in the middle looks a little like a girl, so...
Okay. Okay. I mean...
But it's whether... I mean... So I'm going to lean more male. However, it's not going to look good. It's not going to be too good.
Okay.
So,
wow.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Yes, this is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment. Don't forget, you folks, right? But it's always fun to know. It's always fun to do this. You know, I've had them done before, and I keep saying I grew up with this back home in Mexico, right? I mean, I remember my parents going to see somebody, and I have cousins and stuff like that. So it's, you know, it's nothing new. It doesn't scare me or anything like that. But yes, like you said, it's for entertainment purposes. And again, if you're interested. Send us a message, info@radioquerico.com. Send us, put it on. What are you laughing at? Did I say it wrong? I think I'd say it. Okay, so it's info@radioquerico.com. Did I say it right, boss?
You said it right both times.
And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that way you can see Quolores Unidos every other Thursday with extra super special guests. And and don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. And once again, this is our Halloween/Day of the Dead show. And I've got my super extra special guest, Lady Zena, with us, who just literally gave us what to expect in the month of November in general, also what each sign to look for, and what the full moon was going to bring us, new opportunities, lots of good stuff, lots of, a little bit of everything. So thank you so much.
No problem.
Is there anything that you would want to share with with my viewers in general?
I mean, I'm relatively open.
Okay.
I usually draw a blank, but I'm good with questions.
Okay, perfect. Okay, no worries. And if we get anybody, of course, they'll send their questions to us. They'll put the questions on on YouTube. And what I'll do is on Thursday night, I'll send you the link. So if you want to view it and share it with your friends and everybody else, so that way they can see you, that would be awesome as well. And once again, this is our Halloween show. We're Thursday night, Halloween, the 31st, scary. And I think we've got some stuff going on this weekend as well. We've got some events going on. I'm gonna talk, if I can, about one that's very, very close to me. But before I go, do I need to do anything else to close or?
No, you're all set.
We're all set? Okay, perfect. I don't want to disturb anything, right? So nice. I always like to ask. I want to talk about a festival happening on Saturday November 2nd, Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. So Zena, if you're around and if you and Adam want to do something fun and adventurous, head on down to the Horticulture Building, Lansdowne Park. It starts at 3 o'clock and it goes all the way to like 8:30. And it's El Festival de Dia de los Muertos put on by Silvia Quintana. She does it every year. She's got some amazing stuff happening going on. Just trying to see if I can find her on social media, just so I can get the proper wording on what's popping. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Day of the Dead Festival 2024, Celebration of Life. There's going to be a film screening of Coco. There's going to be a Katrina and Katrina parade. There's going to be the Day of the Dead altar display, which is pretty good, which is pretty cool, which is what we do. There's going to be a Sugar Skull workshop. There's going to be a contest for best Katrina and Katrina makeup and costume. So, guys, if you're interested, this is a great opportunity to put on your Katrina and Katrina costume on, your makeup, and go out there. There's going to be lots of performances. There's going to be traditional Mexican and Latin dishes like tacos, tamales, pozole, pan de muerto, which is very, very traditional during this time of the year, churros, esquites, pupusas, and much, much more. It's from 3 to 9. They're going to start off with the movie and then go from there. And again, it's at Lansdowne Park, Horticulture Building. Free event. You don't have to pay for anything. It's a completely free event. And of course, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. And of course, make sure they recommend that you bring cash. There is an ATM there, but please bring cash so that way you can enjoy some of the deliciousness that's going to be selling and then they're going to be presenting. I'm looking at the program. There's going to be Peru Danza, Los Paisanos, Ariel and Alicia Galdames, Emilio Escobedo, Esmeraldas Colombia. At around 6:30, they're going to have the parade of the Catrinas and Catrinas. And if you've never seen a parade of Catrinas and Catrinas, you need to go because it's very, very unique. And then around 7 o'clock, they're going to have a Catrina and Catrina contest. They were lucky enough this year to get a sponsor by Shoppers Drug Mart and Clinique Skincare, and they've gone together and they're going to be the sponsors for the contest, which is pretty good. So this is a great opportunity to win some really good prizes. And of course, and then there's going to be, after that, there's going to be Sandra Galan, and then of course Alegría Tropical, and then there's going to be Gloria, and around 8 o'clock, Avila Familia, and of course, to close off the show, to close off the festival, my ultimate favorite, Ballet Aztlán, with their amazing, they are an international award-winning Mexican dance group, and they're going to be closing the show this coming Saturday at around 8:15. And let me tell you, if you've never seen them dance, this is a great opportunity for you to go see them. And, of course, and enjoy everything else. Again, Horticulture Building, 329. Yes, Pedro?
I can't believe you forgot something.
What
We're going to have a serious fight, you and I.
Oh, my goodness. And, of course, we are going to have a Radio Que Rico. We are actually sponsoring a contest as well for the Katrina and Katrina, I think, are they paper mache?
Actually, recycle. This year, the way the festival wanted to do it is they wanted to see who can do the best Katrina or Katrina out of recycled materials.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so, and what are they going to win?
So first place
wins?
gets $100. Second
wow.
place gets they get $50, and third place gets a hook from Alejandro.
Oh God.
I'm kidding. Just $100 for first place. Second place gets $50. There's going to be, I believe, 3 of the members from here at the station that are going to be the judges.
Awesome.
Around 7:15, we're going to be giving that award away.
Awesome.
So come out, check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know you're going to be coming by with your family, having some fun. Nice to see you not being part of the festival, not because we don't want you there, but because it's nice to see you bringing the family along. It's very appreciated.
I usually MC these festivals. I'm usually running around with the artist and and so on and so forth. And this time I decided I've got family that's coming in from Toronto. I've got family that's coming in from Kingston and from Gatineau. And I said, you know what? This year I want to enjoy. I want to eat. I want to see Ballet Aztlán dance as not backstage, but as a viewer, looking on. And of course, don't forget about the contest that we're having with Radio Que Rico with the best Catrina and Catherine out of recycled materials. And of course, there's some prizes to win is there. And so lots of exciting stuff happening, my friends, lots of exciting things. We hope you can make it out. Radio Que Rico, we are definitely one of the sponsors of the Day of the Dead Festival, and we're super stoked. We're super excited that we are going to be there to help out. Anything else you want to say, Pedro?
I'm good.
You're good? Okay. With that said, Zena, thank you so much for joining us on this Halloween, October 31st. And thank you so much for bringing your beautiful, beautiful cards and giving us a little overview on what to expect for the month of November, and of course what each sign should expect. And if you didn't get a chance to see your sign, scroll back a little bit and go through it and make sure that if you want to take it serious, go right ahead. But again, it's all for entertainment purposes. And but at the end of the day, thank you so much for coming in, and we are definitely going to be in talks to maybe bring you in once a month. That way you can give us the read of the month and what signs should expect and so on and so forth, because I think that would be such an awesome thing to have once a month for all of our Latinos and Latinas viewers. And so yes, and I think with that, I want to thank every single one of you guys for tuning in, for taking the chance to see the show, for joining us in this evening where, most of you guys are probably partying and you're going to see it the next day, which is fine. I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing. But thank you once again on behalf of myself, Alejandro Garza, on behalf of Radio Que Rico and Quolores Unidos. Thank you for tuning in. And I leave you with these words that I heard a few days ago. You're the architect of your life. You are the one that designs your life. You're the one that knows where you're going. Make sure that when you're building and you're designing your life, that you do it in a way that you are helpful to everybody, that you love everybody, and that you respect everybody, regardless of who they are and who they love and what they believe. Thank you so much. Mi gente, los quiero, los amo. Cuídense y nos vemos pronto aquí en Quolores Unidos, traídos por Radio Que Rico.